Hey everybody, welcome to the limited edition version of episode 81 of the Toys for Games podcast. We're recording this on a Thursday evening, the middle of July, July 14th, 2016. I am one of your hosts, Josh Brown. I am joined by the man who is super antsy to do the regular show, and you'll find out in a minute why, Jason Greer.
Good evening, Josh. How are we doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. We have a great show lined up. Semi-slow news week, but somehow things come together at the last moment, and it looks like we have a pretty solid show ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the people that may not know, just listening in for the first time, this limited edition, this is a short, condensed version of just the news that we will be covering on the main episode, which will be episode 81. This is just the bullet points. If you want the discussion, the opinions, the theories, the wacky, zany antics that we bring on the regular show, tune in for that. If you only have 10 minutes to spare and you only want to know what happened this last week, this is the show for you. Big thank you to our executive producer, George Torres, who I hope is doing well down in L.A. I don't know what the state of L.A. is at this very moment. I know the last time when we left, it was hot, and I imagine it's still hot, but could be wrong.
I was texting him, I guess last week, whenever it was that KD news broke, and I said, wonder how LA is gonna look next year when you walk around. And he's like, dude, it's gonna be terrible. It's just gonna be all blue and gold.
Yeah, he was not a fan of the Warrior fan base that seemed to infiltrate the LA area.
The bandwagoners, not necessarily the fan base, just the bandwagoners.
That's true. I mean, those fans were Clippers fans a couple years ago anyway. So
yeah.
Show sponsor Devlin Chinsky. You could find him on PSN or Xbox with the username Unrace, UNRACE. Getting down to it, Jason, let's go ahead and start with LEGO Dimensions.
Yeah, so LEGO Dimensions, a little bit like Wheat for any kind of super big news at all, but it is coming to Comic-Con. They did officially announce the panel. The panel is going to be hosted by none other than Mr. Greg Miller. It is on July 24th, 11:15 a.m. Pacific time to 12:15 p.m. Pacific time. I think on his schedule, I think he has a panel at 12:30, so he's going to be hauling tail.
We've seen him get from one panel to another quite quickly.
Very true. But just to read nothing new really in the description there. They did say that they'll be first to see a new trailer, new characters, and game features. Don't really know if they just mean that like in a PR speak or actually new stuff. We'll see. But you do get Green Arrow if you go. So again, if you're going to LEGO Dimensions, head to Brick and Choir. Or if you're going to San Diego Comic Con, head to brickandchoir.com. Don't miss that panel. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Moving on to Amiibo. What's going on in the wonderful world of Nintendo that's not Pokemon related?
Yeah, so we had our big Amiibo release day last week with the Squid Sisters, and then the 3-pack there, of the Inkling Boy and Girl and Squid, as well as the single Inkling Boy and Girl. A little bit odd, and I'm not making anything of it, but I had a shortage at my Best Buy and stuff. So I mean, stuff's still in stock in different places, but it's odd not having an overwhelming amount of stock. So I think maybe Nintendo is cutting back their stock a little bit, but we'll see.
Sure, it seems like a ever fluctuating adjustment of that dial just to ship the perfect amount.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Moving right along over to Skylanders Imaginators. We got some good news.
Yeah, so we got a figure reveal at the Blogger Bash, which I feel like I need to start applying for that thing. Weird announcements always come out of that place.
I just want to go for the food.
This year was hosted on a freaking yacht. Like that thing, I was like, I want to go on a yacht.
How are we not VIPs to this thing?
Dude, it'd be awful if I was ever on like a yacht. Like, what's up, party people? But yeah, anyways, Hoodsicle was officially revealed. Now part of the Dark Element, and is of the why am I blanking on the battle class name? Sentinel. I knew it started with an S. I couldn't think of the name.
Sure.
But Sentinel battle class figure looks sweet. So again, SkylandersChoir.com. Check out the pictures of that.
looks fantastic. I can't wait to see more of the villains as they're released and shown off. Wrapping up, we have Disney Infinity news still, or I mean, quote unquote news. Fun information for the fans out there. What did we see this week, and what do we got coming up on the main show?
Yeah, so still a lot of stuff coming in between myself and Infinity Adventures. Fun working with quote unquote Jim.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so he's revealing all the premium figures. So we got to look this week at Darth Vader as well as Elsa. Another one coming tomorrow. Probably Buzz. But so stay tuned for that. Also got my hands on, and I co-leaked it, if you want to call it a leak. I still call it a leak. I don't like, what else do you call it? Of the canceled Disney Infinity premium figure in-game animations, so like the attacks and stuff, of Jack Skellington, Hulk, Darth Vader, and Hulkbuster. And also made me love HTML5 video. It's wonderful to embed. But yeah, so cool stuff with that. But yeah, more stuff coming from him, and more stuff coming from me on the main show. Have like 6 or 7, maybe 8 different things to talk about as far as Disney Infinity stuff. Nothing earth-shattering, but some pretty cool stuff. And also last night, be sure to go listen to Disney Infinity TV's latest podcast. They had it with Thomas Estrada, the lead animator, former lead animator for Disney Infinity. Really cool background. Did you get to listen to it all yet?
I haven't. No, not yet.
Really cool background stuff about like even animation and how different stuff works. The whole way from his history, like he started on the Prince of Egypt movie with DreamWorks, and like moving on through there and just talking about stuff. My favorite part was them talking about the Force Awakens content, and he had to animate. He was the one who did the ending animation, which I knew that for the Force Awakens, between Kylo Ren and Rey's battle. When he was animating that, he didn't even know the characters' names. He accidentally put Rey's lightsaber in the wrong hand. Like he knew nothing. They told him it was like it was snowing and like this, and that's all he had. So he just went with it, and he said didn't even know anything. So like when we watched the actual final version of the film, he goes, "Oh, it's pretty close." Like he didn't even know. But you have to go watch it and listen to how they had to protect the different source material. It's good fun. So Disney Infinity TV. But they did show Moana gameplay. Looked sweet. Some others interesting stuff like minifigures, Toy Box Story Mode, Jiminy Cricket introduction character, and all kinds of stuff like that. So go listen to that.
Excellent. And then
or watch it too. Watch it if you can. Listen if you can.
And like you said, on the proper show that we have coming up here in a few minutes, you got a lot of big news, semi-big news, exciting news to talk about. You haven't even told me yet. I have no idea what's going to happen. So it's exciting. So if you only have time for this show, I understand, but we are giving you incentive to go and at least check out the Disney Infinity portion of the main show, because there should be some fun information on there. Anything else we need to cover real quick before we get into it on the rig?
Nothing really. But did want to continue to push out our giveaways we have there. toysforgames.com/giveaways. No, I have a couple of stuff still scheduled till it ends next Friday, so you still have a week for that. I know you have some stuff coming up. Tweet out a picture or send a picture to you, and I'll be publicly posting tomorrow of the current Disney Infinity and Skylanders prize pool, and get ready. So, again, your continued support allows us to do stuff like this. We do a lot of the giveaways. Although some people think it's just like a pure marketing thing, which obviously we'll be upfront and honest about. It's easiest and honestly cheapest way for us to do marketing. But on the flip side, my most pleasure of it is getting it to the hands of people and see how excited people are to win stuff. So legit, at the end of the day, that's why we continue to do giveaways, just because we know people really enjoy it. So
it's marketing that goes back into the community.
Right, absolutely.
So it goes forward one way or the other. So with that being said, we got to start the regular show here in a few minutes. I'm excited. Happy birthday, Ken.
I forgot to tweet that out.
Yeah. Ken, he's the admin of our Facebook group and big helper with everything that we do here at Toys for Games, and host of the Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast, which is going to be starting soon. So happy birthday, Ken. We'll dive into birthday celebrations a little bit more on the regular show. But definitely want to throw that out there. Again, big thank you to our executive producer, George Torres. Jason, where can people find you at?
You can always follow me personally on Twitter, twitter.com/JasonInquires. Hit up my Instagram, the same username, instagram.com/JasonInquires. Obviously, same thing on YouTube and Facebook. Lots of fun stuff still coming up this summer, so be sure to follow me on there. And obviously, all the Toys Life centric accounts of Brick Inquirer, Skylanders Inquirer, and Infinity Inquirer.
That's right. You can follow me personally on Twitter at The Noise. Follow the show at Toys for Games. Email us, podcast at toysforgames.com. Same website, toysforgames.com, where you can find all the information that we got going on for this show, the Joys of Games podcast that I do with my co-host Colin. This week we're talking all about Pokemon Go. Surprise, surprise. And if you'd like to support us, like Jason mentioned, you can do so over on Patreon, patreon.com/toys4games. That being said, thank you for listening to the limited edition version of episode 81 of the Toys for Games podcast. We will be back shortly with the regular show here. If you listen to both, thumbs up to you. Thank you for your support. Until next time, happy hunting, collectors.